the quiet crisis inside your pocket. Hey there, I see you, scrolling again, aren't you? Maybe waiting for a notification that never comes, or maybe just searching for something, anything, to fill that tiny gap between where you are and where your thoughts might go if you actually let them. Have you ever looked up from your phone after what felt like 5 minutes and realized an entire hour just vanished? And in that hour, you felt nothing. Not happier, not more connected, just less present, less yourself. That feeling, it has a name. And Cal Newport, the best-selling author of Deep Work and a computer science professor who's never been on social media, wrote an entire book about it. It's called Digital Minimalism, Choosing a Focused Life in a Noisy World. And today, I'm giving you a full audiobook peek into the life-changing lessons inside. Here's what you'll gain in the next 20 minutes. First, you'll understand why your phone feels impossible to put down. And spoiler alert, it's not because you lack willpower. Second, you'll learn the 30-day digital declutter that has transformed thousands of lives. Third, you'll discover practical tools to reclaim your attention, your leisure, and your soul from the attention economy. This isn't about quitting technology, it's about mastering it. Let's begin.
Your phone is a slot machine, and you're the player. Let me ask you something uncomfortable. When was the last time you checked your phone, and why did you check it? Was it because you needed something, or was it because you just felt like you should? Here's what Newport writes. People don't succumb to screens because they're lazy, but instead because billions of dollars have been invested to make this outcome inevitable. Newport opens his book with a chapter called A Lopsided Arms Race, and the image is perfect. On one side, you have you. On the other side, you have thousands of engineers, behavioral psychologists, and data scientists working for the biggest tech companies in the world, and their only job? To keep you scrolling. Here's the terrifying truth. When Facebook launched in 2004, it was just a virtual directory for looking up classmates. When Apple released the iPhone in 2007, Steve Jobs marketed it as an integrated iPod and phone, not as a device people would compulsively check an average of 85 times per day. But then something changed. Tristan Harris, a former Google engineer turned whistleblower, revealed on CBS's 60 Minutes that technology companies deliberately design their products to be addictive. He compared smartphones to slot machines. Every time you pull down to refresh, you're playing a game of intermittent positive reinforcement, just like a gambler pulling the lever, not knowing when the next reward will come. Newport draws on research from Adam Alter, author of Irresistible, who showed that addiction doesn't require chemicals. We can become behaviorally addicted to actions, and these technologies are specifically engineered to trigger exactly that. So here's your first takeaway. Stop blaming yourself. Seriously. The shame spiral of I should have more self-control is exactly what the attention economy wants you to feel. It's not a personal failure, it's a design problem, and design problems have solutions. What digital minimalism actually means. Hint, it's not quitting everything. Okay, so if willpower isn't the answer, what is? Newport argues that disabling notifications, setting screen time limits, or taking a weekend detox, these are band-aids. They don't solve the deeper problem. What you need instead is a philosophy, a way of thinking about technology that's rooted in your values. Here's his definition. Digital minimalism is a philosophy of technology use in which you focus your online time on a small number of carefully selected and optimized activities that strongly support things you value, and then happily miss out on everything else. Did you catch that last part? Happily miss out. That's the secret sauce. Minimalists don't feel deprived when they skip the noise, they feel relieved. As Newport writes, minimalists don't mind missing out on small things. What worries them much more is diminishing the large things they already know for sure make a good life good. This philosophy rests on 3 principles. Principle 1, clutter is costly. Every app, every notification, every tab you keep open, they all have a hidden cost, not just your time, but your attention, your mental bandwidth. And when you add up enough small benefits, they can create a negative cost that outweighs everything. Principle 2, optimization is important. Just because a technology could support something you value doesn't mean you're using it well. You need to think carefully about how you use it. Principle 3, intentionality is satisfying. There's a deep sense of satisfaction that comes from being intentional about your engagement with technology, and that satisfaction is independent of what you actually decide. Just the act of choosing, of being in control, feels good. So here's your takeaway. Stop asking, is this technology good or bad? Start asking, does this technology directly support something I deeply value? And if the answer is no, why is it still on your phone?
The 30-Day Digital Declutter, How to Start from Scratch. This is where the rubber meets the road. Newport doesn't just give you philosophy, he gives you a practice. He calls it the Digital Declutter, and it's a 30-day process that has transformed thousands of lives. Here's how it works. Step 1, define your technology rules. Take a piece of paper. Write down which technologies are non-optional, the ones you truly need for work, family, safety. Everything else, it's optional. Social media, streaming services, news apps, games, all of it. For 30 days, you step away. Step 2, take a 30-day break. During this month, you aggressively explore higher quality activities to fill the time you've reclaimed. Newport emphasizes that this isn't just a detox, it's a period of strenuous activity and experimentation. You're not supposed to sit around feeling bored. You're supposed to discover what you actually love doing when you're not glued to a screen. And here's the thing. The first week or two will be hard. You'll feel urges. You'll reach for your phone automatically. But Newport promises that these feelings will pass, and that sense of detox, of breaking the habit loop, will be invaluable when it's time to make clear decisions. Step 3, reintroduce technology slowly. After 30 days, you get to decide what comes back. But there's a catch. For every technology you want to reintroduce, you must answer 3 questions. Does this technology directly support something that I deeply value? Is this technology the best way to support this value? How am I going to use this technology going forward? If you can't answer all 3, it doesn't come back. Here's your takeaway. You don't have to do 30 days right now. Start with 1. 1 day, no optional apps. See what happens. I promise you, the boredom you're afraid of, it's actually the doorway to something better.
The social media paradox, feeling connected yet completely alone. Have you ever scrolled through Instagram, seen everyone's highlight reels and felt worse about your own life? And yet you kept scrolling? That's not an accident. Newport introduces a concept called the social media paradox. It's his observation that social media makes you feel both connected and lonely, happy and sad, often at the exact same time. No one, of course, signed up for this loss of control. They downloaded the apps and set up accounts for good reasons, only to discover with grim irony that these services were beginning to undermine the very values that made them appealing in the first place. They joined Facebook to stay in touch with friends across the country, and then ended up unable to maintain an uninterrupted conversation with the friend sitting across the table. That's the knife twist. The very tool you picked up to connect is now disconnecting you from the people right in front of you. Newport points out that when you spend multiple hours a day compulsively clicking and swiping, there's much less free time left for slower, richer interactions. The digital pushes out the analog. Here's what Newport wants you to understand. Social media isn't evil, but it is designed to exploit your psychological vulnerabilities. The drive for social approval, the likes, the comments, the validation, that's not a weakness. That's human nature, and tech companies have weaponized it. So what do? You don't have to delete everything forever, but Newport suggests something radical. Treat digital tools as conversation supporters, never substitutes. Use social media to schedule in-person gatherings. Use it to share something you've actually created, but stop using it as a replacement for real human connection. Your takeaway? Next time you feel lonely, ask yourself, am I reaching for my phone to connect or to escape? Because those are 2 very different things.
Solitude deprivation, the quiet that vanished from your life.
when was the last time you were truly alone? Not physically alone, I mean mentally alone. No podcast in your ears, no audiobook, no scrolling, no background TV, just you and your thoughts. Newport has a name for our current condition. He calls it Solitude Deprivation, a state in which we spend close to zero time alone with our own thoughts and free from input from other minds. Quote from the book, "Solitude requires you to move past reacting to information created by other people and focus instead on your own thoughts and experiences, wherever you happen to be." Think about that. Every moment of downtime gets filled. Waiting in line? Check your phone. Walking to your car? Put on a podcast. Driving? Turn on the radio. We have outsourced our internal monologue to external inputs, and Newport argues that this is dangerous. Why? Because solitude is how we process our lives. It's how we make sense of our emotions. It's how we integrate our experiences into a coherent sense of self. Without solitude, we're just reacting. We're not reflecting. Newport writes that what we need is to create a special place in our lives for alone time, a technical solitude that will empower us to spend meaningful time with our loved ones, to focus on our children, to enjoy our food, to reclaim our leisure. Here's your practice. Schedule 15 minutes of solitude tomorrow. Put your phone in another room. No music, no podcasts. Just sit or walk or stare out a window. Let your mind wander. Let it be bored. I know it sounds uncomfortable, but that discomfort, that's your brain waking up.
Reclaiming leisure, the analog challenge you'll actually love. Okay, let's talk about the fun part. Because digital minimalism isn't just about subtracting, it's about adding things back, much better things. Newport dedicates significant space to what he calls high-quality leisure. And here's the key insight. You can't just stop using technology. You have to replace it with something better, something that actually satisfies. He introduces something called the Bennett Principle, named after the philosopher and writer William Bennett. It has 3 parts. First, prioritize demanding activity over passive consumption. Watching Netflix is passive. Building something, a birdhouse, a poem, a meal, that's demanding. And demanding activities are satisfying in a way passive ones never are. Second, use skills to produce valuable things in the physical world. Make something you can touch. Write something on paper. Fix something that's broken. The physical world has a reality that screens can't replicate. Third, seek activities that require real-world, structured social interactions. Join a board game night, sign up for a dance class, volunteer somewhere. These structured interactions produce belonging in a way that likes and comments never can. Newport gives practical suggestions. Fix or build something every week. Join something, a club, a team, a class. Follow leisure plans. Yes, actually plan your leisure like you plan your work. Schedule your low-quality leisure. If you're going to scroll, do it for 15 minutes, then stop. Here's your challenge. Pick one analog activity this week, not a digital one, an analog one. Cook something from scratch, draw something, call an old friend, actually call them, don't text. Notice how it feels. Notice the difference between that feeling and the feeling of scrolling. And ask yourself, which one actually nourishes me?
Joining the attention resistance. How to fight back. So here we are. You understand the problem. You have the tools. But there's one more piece, and it's the most important one. Newport calls it joining the attention resistance. In my work on this topic, I've become convinced that what you need instead is a full-fledged philosophy of technology use, rooted in your deep values, that provides clear answers to the questions of what tools you should use and how you should use them, and equally important, enables you to confidently ignore everything else. The attention economy is not going away. The notifications will keep coming. The algorithms will keep optimizing for your time, not your well-being. But here's what Newport wants you to know. You are not powerless. You can choose differently every single day. This isn't about being a Luddite. It's not about hating technology. Newport himself is a computer science professor. He's not anti-tech. He's pro-intention. Technology is intrinsically neither good nor bad. The key is using it to support your goals and values, rather than letting it use you. And here's the beautiful truth. When you start using technology on your terms, when you stop reacting and start choosing, something shifts. You get your time back, your attention back, your life back. The hours you used to spend scrolling become hours you spend living. Your final takeaway: you are not alone in this. There's a quiet movement of people, millions of them, who are choosing digital minimalism, not because they're depriving themselves, but because they've discovered something better. And you can too.
So let's bring this home. We started by acknowledging the pain, that feeling of losing hours of your life to a glowing rectangle, the guilt, the exhaustion, the sense that something is wrong, but you can't quite name it. And then we unpacked Cal Newport's answer. Digital minimalism is not about quitting technology. It's about intentionality. It's about building a philosophy rooted in your values. It's about the 30-day declutter that resets your habits. It's about recognizing the social media paradox, that connection and loneliness can coexist, and we have to choose which one we're feeding. It's about reclaiming solitude, reclaiming leisure, joining the attention resistance. After reading this book, I realized something. The problem was never my phone. The problem was that I had given my phone permission to interrupt me anytime it wanted. And I had never actually decided, really decided, what I wanted my relationship with technology to look like. So I did the declutter. Not perfectly, but I did it. And what I found on the other side was space. Space to think. Space to be bored. Space to actually be with the people I love. And now it's your turn. If you've made it this far, you're ready. Not because you have perfect willpower, but because you care. You care about your time, your attention, your life. And that's all you need to start. Here's what I want you to do right now. Pause this video, take out your phone, look at your home screen. Ask yourself, which of these apps truly supports something I deeply value? Be honest. Then delete one. Just one. Not forever. Just to see what happens. And when you do, when you feel that tiny sense of freedom, come back and tell me about it in the comments. What did you delete? What did you discover when you had an extra moment of quiet? I want to hear your story. Don't forget to subscribe to Book Speed Peak. We release fast yet deep audiobook summaries on psychology and mental health topics every single week. And next up, we're diving into a book about the science of boredom and why it might be the most underrated tool for creativity you're not using. You don't want to miss it. Take care of your attention. It's the only one you get. See you in the next peek.